So in this video, we're gonna be answering the question, is cold email dead? With the skull, are you gonna cancel your smart lead accounts? You're gonna start using carrier pigeons? You know, we're gonna answer this with my 5th grade level writing here. We're gonna answer the question, is cold email dead for good? So if you're in the cold outreach space right now, there's a lot of guys, a lot of fear. If anyone's running cold email, you'll see your reply rates are tanking, the bounce rates are going up. People are talking about Outlook. Is Outlook dead? Are all the accounts not working? Should you sell your smart lead account and start using carrier pigeons? That's what we're gonna be covering. And so to answer this question very shortly and succinctly, the answer is no. If you think cold email is dead, you are completely wrong. And I can explain this to you with a few different concepts. So the first thing I'm gonna talk about is the history of email and why I don't think it's dead and why I think you should keep your smart lead accounts and why you should continue to run cold email, and I'll explain what you can do to fix it. So first thing, email. How long has it been around? Email's probably been around longer than most of you watching this have been born. Like, they had email since the 90s. People have been sending solicitation emails probably since, again, before you were born. So it's been around for a while. Cold outreach, cold calling, all these different mechanisms of reaching out people one-to-one or one-to-many or whatever it is have been around for forever. The things just are constantly changing, right? Like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you could just rip one email account, you'd be totally fine. You could send 100 emails, 200 emails, 500 emails a day. Google and Microsoft wouldn't care because very little people did it. And now with the rise of all these different tools, Smart Lead instantly, you have all these different changes going on and people think that cold email is dead. Now, all these concepts, cold outreach, all these things, again, they've been around for longer than most of you have been alive, and they will still be around. They will continue to be around, just like door knockers will still be around, and just like, you know, direct mail has been a thing. All these different outreach mechanisms have been a thing and will be a thing because they work. If you get in front of someone and you're selling them something, it will convert, granted that you have the right messaging, and all these things will just change with time. So a lot of you watching this video might be saying, oh, it's not dead. Well, my emails are landing in spam. The reply rates are going down. But first principles, we just look at this very clearly, like, how do I know that email is still gonna be around? How do I know that all this stuff is still gonna work? If you just look very clearly, Jessica from HR, she sends 100 emails a day, right? Totally fine, doesn't land in spam. And you might be wondering, well, how can I send emails like Jessica from HR and not land in spam just like she's not doing it? You know, everyone in a company, they have to send emails somehow, and email's not going anywhere because every company in the world uses it. Yes, Slack is cool. Yes, all these different things are cool, but there's a lot of government agencies still using fax machines. So if they're still using fax machines, people are gonna be using email for a while, and I know it will be fine. So she's probably sending links, images, doing all the things, breaking all the rules. But again, why is Jessica not landing in spam? And she can email her coworkers and send cat pictures and do all these things whenever you're trying to sell, I don't know, email marketing and it's landing in spam. The reason why is because your emails just don't look human. The bar keeps getting risen. Everything as it becomes more popular is always going to become more saturated. And this isn't just true with email. This is true with all the different types of outreach channels. If you look, not even about outreach, just marketing. Like in 2007, 2010, whatever, if you're running Facebook ads, you probably would have had easy money, right? You probably could have gotten like 30-cent CPMs, you probably could have got $2 CPMs. The traffic was basically free, just like email was probably 5 years ago, right? You could send out 100 emails, get a 10% response rate and book 3 calls off of that, no problem. And now you're probably sitting here thinking my emails are completely dead because you sent 10,000 emails, you're not even getting like 5 responses. Now, the reason why is because things change, just like Facebook has changed, all these things evolve. Everything is constantly going to be evolving and everything will be evolving. So what are you going to do? How are you going to fix this? How are you going to combat this? You just need to first understand and not panic, because I talk to a lot of you guys and a lot of you guys are completely panicking. You're trying to if you're running a cold email agency, you're going to shut it down. If you have all these email accounts, you're throwing in the towel and you're saying, hey, I'm not going to do this anymore. But in reality, you just need to make a couple tweaks that will make your emails perform a little bit better. And you constantly need to test things. Just like when Facebook raised their CPMs, now people are doing more sophisticated Facebook ads. They have funnels, they have opt-ins, they're doing more outreach. You know, the days of going to Facebook, throwing up your gym's website and then getting a ton of leads are gone. You have to do lead forms and all these different things are changing. And so I really just want to kill the fear mongering, because a lot of guys out there, they're fear mongering, they're trying to get people out of the space. And if you're in the space and you want to leave and you don't want to do cold email, that's more money for the rest of us. I don't really care. I'm just trying to help the people out here who are trying to run campaigns and see success. So what are you gonna do to fix this? How are you gonna make your cold emails not dead, not have this terrible skull emoji that I drew, again, like I was in 5th grade? The first thing you need to do is make sure that your emails look more human. A lot of you guys, you're running the same scripts that were cool 5 years ago, 2 years ago even, and everyone else has been using them. Everyone else has been saying quick question. Everyone else has been doing the exact same things, and you're gonna get the exact same results. Just like if you copy and pasted someone's ad on Facebook and it was cool 5 years ago, it's probably not gonna work now. You need to keep evolving. So your emails need to look more human. You need to be sending your emails in a way that don't land in spam. And the reason why Jessica from HR can send 100 emails a day and not land in spam is because no one's reporting her as spam. They're sending funny cat pictures. She likes, all the people, our coworkers like the cat pictures. It all looks fine and dandy. She's talking to her vendors. No issues are happening, but it's really just because her emails are getting not reported as spam. If you're sending out a ton of emails and they look spammy and they've gotten the same offer 100 times, of course they're gonna report it as spam. So you need to make sure your emails are looking more human. Also, you need to make sure you're warming up your emails, you're taking safer precautions for longer. So again, think from Google and Microsoft's perspective. If you spin up an email account and it has no email history, no reputation, whatever, in 14 days, you're starting to send 50 emails a day, however many it is, and then they see that you're getting reported at spam at a 25% rate. It's not rocket science. Like Google and Microsoft, again, they're not idiots, and they try and make their spam filters as low as possible because they don't want Jessica from HR to be complaining about the spam filters because that's gonna cause all kinds of other issues. So they're trying to make it as lax as possible. They don't want you in spam. They just want you to not send spammy emails and for people to complain. So if you're sending emails that look human, if you're warming up your domains longer, again, looking more human, if Google or Microsoft or any of these massive companies start sending out emails to a bunch of people, it doesn't land in spam. Why? Because they have a big domain reputation. They have a lot of people using their networks and it's totally fine. And then also, you need to avoid getting reported as spam. The biggest differentiator why they can look at it and they say Jessica from HR saying 100 emails a day, she's not landing in spam is because no one's reporting her as spam. Again, just recapping everything. Everything's gonna get harder with time. Cold email is not dead. Cold email is here to stay if you do the right things. Everything's gonna keep evolving. Most of you just need to level your game up and just not do the things that were relevant 3 years ago, run your own split tests and continue to just grow and understand that this is a changing topic. And for the people that do this, you're gonna have tons of different ways to make money that most people won't have access to. Everything's gonna get more competitive. This is totally normal, but I'm hoping that the few people out here that go out, try some new things, try some things that are a little bit different, get ahead of the curve, you're gonna see some great results and your cold emails will not be dead. You'll probably make a ton of money. So appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully this wraps this up and hope you have a good one.